How's it going today? Today we're going to talk about the earnings week. We got huge earnings week. We got big week. Anyway, make sure you like, subscribe. I update them, anything. But anyway, we're going to get into it. We got big week. This is, but anyway, jumping right into it on Tuesday, we kick it off. We got two big ones, Shopify and MasterCard. I'm big fans of both of them. I believe Visa had a good one. PayPal had a good one. I believe MasterCard will also have a good one. They report on the earnings in the morning. Shopify is one I'm looking at. Shopify is one of these ones that ran up a lot and then got hit pretty hard. I think it's down over 20%. I believe this could start, if it has a good quarter, I believe it can start a rally even higher. It could kick this stock into overdrive and really hit some all-time highs. They could go up to 400. If it has a good quarter, it could start there. I'm not saying that it will. Only knows. Or if it has an okay one, it might just stay flat. But if it comes out and blows out the numbers and do really better than expected, better than everybody ever thought they could, this stock could hit. It can keep going. It goes kind of start. It go kind of get out of that negative territory where everybody's kind of bashing it. And they could start a big rally for that one until the end of the year. They could just probably last for a couple months until next earnings. But anyway, it has to it's kind of the way the market kind of works. It gets kind of negative sometimes. It gets real positive, then real negative. It will eventually even out, of course. Well, actually, it really never evens out. Though it's always going to be great or horrible. There's no in between. So essentially it was doing great. Now it's doing horrible, down quite a bit, up over the year heavily, but just have to watch it. Anyway, the next day, Wednesday, is a big day. I'm not going to get into the big Fed meeting and all that. I'm not going to hopefully they cut rates. I think they should. No inflation, why have rates high? I believe they should cut it. That's all I'm going to say with that. They have a Fed meeting and anything, and I think we have some job numbers, but I'm not going to get into that. I let them do it. I'm going to focus on these companies and not really worry about them unemployment numbers and all these things. But anyway, that's Friday, the unemployment numbers. But anyway, we got Twilio coming out. It's one of these stocks. Once again, it's on Wednesday. This stock kind of ran up a lot. Quite a bit. Then it got hit, just like Shopify, I believe. This is kind of a cloud stock. We've seen with Microsoft, slightly slowing, but it's still growing pretty fast. So if we see any slowdown with Twilio, it might get hit, but it's hard to say. It's one of these things I'm definitely watching. Apple's one of these stocks that it's ran up a lot, in my opinion, from where it was. This stock has just kept going up and up and up and up. This is I believe this quarter would be like almost a reality check to it. If it has a great one, I believe the stock can keep going high. If it has a bad quarter, that thing's going to come crashing back down to, but really, it's still not really that overvalued. It's still only a PE, I think, around 20. So essentially, it's not really 100% overvalued or anything like that. It's getting there. But hopefully it has some good numbers. But I don't see them beating the numbers as good as everybody thinks they are. So maybe that could be a pullback a little bit. But then I think the stock will rally. I don't think it's going to be the end of Apple and crash the stock. But anyway, moving on to Facebook. Facebook, I believe, really the stock hasn't really went anywhere ever since way back when. I think it was 2018 or 2000. I think it was 2018 when it crashed. It really has just been flat then. So ever since there's been kind of slow user growth, Facebook stock has just kind of sat there. It hasn't went anywhere. Ever since it took, I think it was like a 20% dive way back. I think it was July of 2018. And I remember that. It took a nosedive and went all the way down to, and then eventually bottomed in the low 120s. It went from 200 all the way back down to there. And then the stock has really just been kind of struggling. It's up from there, but it's just been kind of struggling. Maybe, hopefully, if it has another good quarter and we can if it gets out of these politics with this company, I believe Facebook could go even higher, because I still believe Facebook is the best social media platform to advertisers, and it's really the best for users, in my opinion. I like Facebook the best out of Twitter and Instagram. Well, I like it. Well, actually, Instagram second, but Facebook owns Instagram. But personally, I like it. I use it, and as for an advertiser, Facebook is the best. Actually, it's even better than Google, in my opinion. But anyway, moving on. And it's election coming up, so essentially that's going to be a lot of people advertising on Facebook. You know how that is. So I mean, there'd probably be more ads on there, which. Anyway, the next one is it reports actually on Monday is Alphabet or Google. I believe it's going to be interesting. If it comes out and has a great quarter with their cloud business, it's almost like maybe it's taking market share from Amazon and Microsoft. So essentially Google, but if it's slowing down also, maybe it's just a slowdown in the cloud, slightly slow down. I mean, it's not really crashing. I mean, this is the kind of how it is with that. So you think about Google, you think of advertisement and all that. I think they should have a good quarter. But Google's kind of hit and miss sometimes on the quarters. It seems like the quarters always, the stock runs up and then gets hammered for some reason. I've seen that so many times with Google. It just can't really, never really deliver a good quarter. It's almost like Amazon, you know what I mean? It never really does. It never really pops on any of the turn. Normally it gets hit hard, then it kind of slowly rallies and gets hit hard, and then slowly rallies. It just kind of rallies into it, then gets hit. Anyway, that's Google. The next one is Arista Networks. This one I saw Thursday. This one it was actually a recommendation I think of last month. My stock picks. So essentially, I gotta leave a link down in the descriptions on that one. This one's been flat and it's been growing. So, and it had some letdowns last quarter, saying it's slowing down. So I mean, is it really slowing down? This quarter will kind of give us maybe some guidance. And as it was an order from Microsoft from their cloud computing, because they kind of build up these databases or these, what do you want to call them, these cloud structures or whatever, them big computer rooms or whatever. And so there was some setbacks on that for them, and actually you can see it. There are some delays in there, so maybe they go pass, maybe they'll hit them a little harder, maybe it won't be as bad as everybody thinks it is, and have a good quarter. So essentially that's what I'm looking at on Thursday. And the next one is Zendex. That reports on Tuesday. This one, it got hammered. It was up in the 90s, and now it's down in the 60s. I mean, this thing got hammered for no really apparent reason. I mean, I guess it was slowing, and actually it was speeding up, but it didn't have earnings, and then everybody just kind of dumped them, and it was like, you know what, we're out. We're done. But anyway, I think the story for this earnings season is, can a lot of them high growth stocks recover? I mean, that's what what I'm focusing on the most. I mean, can these, like the Twilios, the Shopifys, the Arista Networks, the Zendex, the Trade Desk, the MongoDBs, all of them, I mean, Workday, all of them, kind of these high cloud growth stocks, can they recover? Because they've been taking the nosedives. They've been getting hammered. Sometimes that just happens. Industries just get hit for no reason. Stocks get hit. Even good companies, they just get hit for no reason. And there's been no news or no bad. So essentially, what you need to do with these cloud things is just kind of pick the good ones. They've been hit. There's some ones that are good. Some are better than others. I mean, they're not all created equal. But I believe you can kind of pick maybe like the Twilios and the Trade Desk and the Shopifys. I think that's kind of my big three. And these high growth stocks, they kind of do a little different. But anyway, that's my outlook. Trade Desk will report later down the line, but that's kind of my companies that I really look at. But anyway, that's it. Hopefully you like to leave a comment, see what you're looking at, see what you're watching. Leave a comment. Maybe I can make a special video on maybe one of these or these earnings, dive into the numbers and give you guys some good numbers on it and everything like that. And thank you for watching. Thank you.